Hey everyone, Andy Rafael from eTeknix.com, and we're gonna do something extremely different. So for anyone who doesn't realize it, we ended up moving from a home office into a fully fledged office. And we've only been here a couple of months, but it's time to move on already. Let's do this.
Never worry about Wi-Fi again. With the fastest Wi-Fi ever and 4 times the connection capacity, so you can connect more, do more, and stream more simultaneously. Orbi Wi-Fi 6 from Netgear.
So, anyone who watches our videos will know that we use a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K, and it's a great camera. We paired it up with the 18 to 35mm lens. Generally speaking, when we're doing A-roll, we keep it quite wide. So in here, it looks pretty damn big. We're actually using a wide angle lens now just so we can get everything kind of, in shot. But things definitely appear bigger on the actual camera itself compared to what it is. I mean, if I just go like this, you can see I'm sort of touching the shelf over there. And now I'm touching the shelf over there. It's not a huge space, but it's definitely better than what we used to have with the home office. But we are going to move, and we're moving predominantly for a variety of different reasons. The first one being we've ran out of space. I mean, we have a printer sitting under our desk. We have power supplies sitting here. We've had an abundance of 30 series cards, and I know I'm going to get flamed for this because no one can go out and buy them. It's because I have them all, clearly. And we're just, well, running out of space. There's hardly any room on the shelves anymore. We have to obviously keep older hardware, so we've got 10 series cards, 20 series cards, then on to 30 series. Now we've got the same with AMD now that they're back in the market. It's just all getting a little bit overwhelming. And one of the big problems, I guess, is when we're working on something. So I was doing a custom loop build, as you can see here. We've got all the Thermaltake fittings and everything. Well, the problem that I had was while I was working on it here, Adam, who does all of our camera work, couldn't work on any B-roll of a different product or a different project that we're working on because I was in the space. So we needed something more. I mean, just going over here, this is kind of where I end up working from in terms of doing testing. So we've got a test bench here. I mean, we've got graphics cards just sitting on top of each other, food, drink, my kind of setup, which, isn't perfect. It's not exactly how I want it. We've got CPUs just laying around. I mean, this is, I want to say, an organized chaos, but it's really, really not. I mean, just trying to get in and out of the room, you kind of have to crab it a little bit, make way for the scooter, just to sort of come out of the room. It's, toolkits and merchandise and things like that. It's just not perfect, but we do have a solution. So as you can see, we kind of have a studio and an office in one room. Well, we're going to change that because, well, we're going to have 2 rooms. So as we go upstairs, we're going to have to, I guess, excuse the echo and things like that. It's something that we do have to look at. We do have to look at sound treating and things like that. But as we go through here, we're going to have 2 rooms. So, number 1, this is actually going to be our office. Now, straight away, you could probably see, and more than likely hear, it's a lot different in terms of the amount of space. So downstairs we had 27.5 square meters, which is about 290 square feet. This is bigger at 31.5, so there's a lot more room. And we have, I guess, a plan in our head as to what we want to do. So we are going to have desks going all the way down here and then all the way over here. We're going to basically go with the traditional IKEA hack of having a kitchen worktop with Alex drawers. And the plan really is to have it segregate in the corner so we have this void underneath the desks. And what really the plan is going to be there is to actually put a server down there with 10 GBE NICs in it, plenty of hard drives, because the footage that we actually record is, well, huge. Over here is going to be storage. So we've actually worked out we should be able to get our storage shelves and everything from downstairs and have one here, one here, one here blocking the window, another one here, and then potentially another one here. And that way we can still kind of walk down the middle and just kind of grab stuff off the shelves as we need it. Probably end up putting a few cases here, just really trying to sort of maximize the space. The other ideas that we had is having a sofa so that, after a long filming session, if we just want to play some games on the NVIDIA Shield TV, or if we end up getting an Xbox or a PlayStation, or even just putting a small PC down here, we can sit on the sofa, have a little TV on sort of a small unit here, you know, nothing overstated, 65-inch OLED, something like that. Fridge freezer here, microwave on like a unit with a Tassimo coffee machine, just making it a little bit more of a nicer space to be in. You will also notice, probably can't see this on film, but the ceilings are a little bit higher in here. So whereas downstairs we had fairly high ceilings, here we've got another 22 centimeters, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking motherboard boxes that are this big, that's potentially 2 of them across the whole kind of floor space. So lots going on there. We've got plenty of power points everywhere, plenty of Ethernet ports, probably not in the places I'd like to have them. We may end up moving them at a later date, which means just kind of, you know, replacing all this out. But we have much better views. We can actually see outside. We can have the blinds open all the time. Purely because when we're downstairs, people can walk past. And when they walk past, they see all the hardware and the camera and the lighting equipment and stuff like that. All they've got to do is come back later, and that's kind of it. Up here, we don't have to worry. We can keep these blinds open, let in some natural light all day long. Yeah, not really have anything to sort of worry about. So we have another room as well. This is just one part of it. So as we go out here and walk into the next room, this is going to be the studio or the set, or more importantly, sets. There's going to be 2 of them. So the idea really is to kind of continue on with what we've got a little bit. So over here is going to be a bit of a workshop. So we're thinking pegboards along here, pegboards along here. I know everyone does pegboards, but it makes sense purely because you're utilising space that generally wouldn't be utilised in the first place. So we're talking putting all of our tools up here. So everything from tweezers, hopefully you get that sort of joke. Has that been overused now? But we're going to have, you know, heat gun, tubing of different varieties, silicone inserts for doing water cooling tubing, random screws, fixtures, fittings, all that kind of stuff. Then we're going to have a desk at the back, very much like what we've got now. We're going to have another desk kind of at the front, probably about here. Adam will be able to operate the camera from there. But the beauty of this, we're going to have some shelving down there. But the beauty of it is, as you move over to here, we're thinking of a different kind of set. Something maybe more like a bedroom, home office kind of environment, something a bit more chill that we can get some really nice B-roll shots on. So yeah, that's kind of where things are. The problem is at the moment is COVID has kind of destroyed everything when it comes to trying to get stuff like furniture. So I've got some delivery stuff coming from IKEA, but I also need to go to IKEA to pick up some other stuff. It's really weird, and I'll probably explain it in the next part. But I wanted to give you guys kind of a first glimpse of how things look, where things are heading, and how things are progressing. So there you go. Yeah, gonna probably leave it there. We will do some more stuff in the next video, which does involve actually going to IKEA as well. But I wanted to do this one first and foremost, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know exactly what to do, and I will see you in the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.